Pro Group Management. Workers' comp that works for you.
You are watching 7 at 7, powered by the Las Vegas Review-Journal, the largest news team in Nevada.
A Megabucks player turns a $5 bet into more than $12 million in winnings. Thanks so much for joining us on 7 at 7 this morning. I'm Cynthia Puga. Starting off with your top stories, a judge ordered a 14 to 48-month sentence for a man police blamed for the fentanyl overdose deaths of a mother and a son. 43-year-old Charles Jackson pleaded guilty to a count of voluntary manslaughter in December. Prosecutors agreed to dismiss other counts and to not argue for more than a 3 to 8 year sentence, according to the plea agreement. In August of 2021, 24-year-old Andrew White and 44-year-old Misty Turner were found dead in an apartment, according to a police report. Police said detectives found fentanyl in the apartment. The coroner said White died from fentanyl toxicity and Turner from fentanyl and methamphetamine toxicity. North Las Vegas may pay $350,000 to a woman allegedly beaten by a corrections officer at the city's jail. Inmate Sherry Blackman suffered serious injuries to her head and face, left arm and shoulder, and her ribs, according to a federal complaint filed in December of 2023. A lawsuit filed alleges assault and negligence and names Officer Jared Minor, unnamed colleagues of his, and the city. According to an agenda item, the proposed settlement is up for a vote at Wednesday's City Council meeting. The money would come from an insurance fund. The Megabucks jackpot is reset in Nevada after a player turned a $5 bet into more than $12 million. Talk about luck. The big win happening Sunday at Virgin River Casino and Lodge in Mesquite, according to a news release. The player won more than $12.3 million on the Megabucks Spitfire Multipliers Red Hot Sevens. The CEO of Mesquite Entertainment said in the release, "There's nothing like the thrill of turning a small bet into a life-changing moment, and we're proud to be a destination where players can experience that." Let's get into your weather, sponsored by Star Nursery, your garden's partner for every bloomin' thing. Plenty of sunshine and gusty winds for your Tuesday. Temperatures in the 50s this morning, rising into the 60s by 10 a.m. with a high around 67 degrees this afternoon. Seasonal temperatures and gusty conditions will continue through the rest of the week. Sunny skies, expecting temperatures to increase into the 70s this weekend and jump into the 80s for next Monday. Overnight lows in the 40s for the rest of the week and 50s this weekend. In business news, brought to you by GBank, your best banking experience ever. One of the fastest growing housing stocks in America can be found right here in Southern Nevada. Review Journal's Anaya Collins has that story.
North Las Vegas has nearly doubled its housing stock in the past 2 decades, and one official says the city is still writing its story. According to Storage Cafe, North Las Vegas was the 14th fastest growing city for housing from 2003 to 2023. In 2005, the city had nearly 58,000 dwelling units. Since then, that number has grown to over 97,000, and it looks to build more. After facing bankruptcy a dozen years ago, the city's annual budget has increased by over 130%. In addition to housing, the city has been growing its industrial sector, which now includes over 68 million square feet of developed land.
That's where we see the Apex Industrial Park. We're going to have a massive mixed-use, multifamily sports complex up there in a couple years. It'll be really interesting to watch this city grow over the next 5 or 10 years.
The city hopes to have roughly 400,000 residents by 2050.
And the Las Vegas Monorail may be around for at least another decade if millions are spent on improvements and upgrades. The LVCVA says the system needs $12 million in upgrades to remain operable until at least 2035. Planned improvements will be presented at future LVCVA board meetings. One of the biggest projects would include replacing the train control system, which tracks where all trains are at all times, for an estimated $6 to $8 million. Other upgrades will include replacing the monorail's ticket vending machines and moving to a ticketless, cashless system.
Now for a sports update brought to you by PT's Taverns. With over 65 locations, there's a PT's near you. Visit ptstaverns.com. Dominic Lavoie here with an update on the Athletics, who are going to be keeping their lead man for a little while longer. Manager Mark Kotze has signed a contract extension with the ball club, keeping him in the dugout until 2028 with a club option in 2029. This contract keeping Kotze with the organization through the first season the Athletics are scheduled to be in Las Vegas. Kotze has been the manager of the A's since 2021 and has a record of 179 and 307. Vegas Nation brought to you by Station Casinos STN Sports. Download the app today. The Raiders have had their new men in charge for a few weeks now, but revisiting the hire of John Spytek as GM, what were his thoughts coming in?
There's an energy to this place that really kind of jumped off of the screen in the interview. And, you know, could I have had another job? Maybe. Now or in the future, who knows? This is the one I wanted, and I told him that in the interview, and I'm just really grateful to be here.
Spytek has his first big task ahead of him with the NFL Scouting Combine starting next week in Indianapolis. Now for sports betting, brought to you by Las Vegas Paiute Tribal Smoke and Cigar Shop. Spring training starts this week, and Bobby Witt Jr. and Aaron Judge are the plus 275 co-favorites of the Westgate Superbook to win the American League MVP award. Gunnar Henderson of the Baltimore Orioles is a 7-1 third choice, and Jordan Alvarez is fourth at 8-1. In the National League, Shohei Ohtani is plus 175 as a favorite for the MVP award, and Juan Soto is a 6-1 second choice. Fernando Tatis Jr. is a 10-1 third pick, and Dodgers star Mookie Betts is listed at 14-1.
In your health news, brought to you by Central Senior Primary Care. Discover primary care focused on you. According to health officials, adults who sleep fewer than 7 hours each night are more likely to experience health problems. Doctors say sleeping is very important to prevent other chronic conditions such as diabetes, heart attacks, and strokes. Doctors say it's usually recommended to sleep at least 7 hours per night in order to allow your body to recover and be ready for the following day. You can create good sleep habits by keeping the time you go to bed and the time you wake up the same every day, including weekends. Stay active because regular activity can lead to a good night's sleep. Don't eat large meals or drink a lot of fluids before bed. Create a relaxing bedtime ritual such as taking a warm bath, reading, or listening to soft music. In your 7 at 7 lifestyle news, sponsored by Palms Casino Resort, your Vegas to California connection. Italy has added 2 new spots to its food hall. Italy Bar and Pizza Al Padalino are on the lower level of Italy in Park MGM. The soaring dining area for the horseshoe-shaped bar and the open kitchen pizzeria features a photo mural of orange groves and a scramble of villas on Italy's sunny coast. Italy Bar also presents a variety of cocktails, wines, and spritzes. Pizza Al Padalino takes its name from padalino, a style of pizza baked in a small round pan that is a specialty of Torino, Italy, the city where Italy was founded. Moving on to your entertainment, sponsored by Arizona Charlie's has live entertainment every weekend at both locations. Go to ArizonaCharlies.com to see who's playing. Las Vegas native and late-night host Jimmy Kimmel says he's keeping things non-political when he's honored at this year's Power of Love Gala. Entertainment columnist John Katsalanides has more details.
Jimmy Kimmel has always made his political stance very clear, especially during his monologues on Jimmy Kimmel Live. But he's going to suspend that activity on Saturday night at MGM Grand Garden Arena during the annual Power of Love Gala to support the Cleveland Clinic Luluvo Center for Brain Health. Kimmel tells me that there's a time and place for everything, including political talk, and a charity gala, especially the biggest one in Las Vegas, is not that place. We're going to have Earth, Wind & Fire, Billy Crystal, Jeff Ross, the Roastmaster General, Judge Judy, and a whole lot more on Saturday night.
That's been your 7 at 7 a.m. news update. You can watch us on streaming platforms like Apple TV, Roku, Fire TV, and YouTube. Join us during the week at 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. for the latest Las Vegas news updates.
Review Journal Studio, sponsored by Knockby Injury Law.